Live.
Most sound crazy. Test, 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 test. Give me a one. Give me a one if you can hear. If you can hear, give me a two if you can't. So the mic's not working. We on the mic here.
That's working.
The 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 stream is working.
Gone.
All right, we're on that mic. No sweat. Bear with me, Israel.
Here we have something on the classics.
Most High in Christ. All right, Shalom, Israel. I'm Priest and also of 500. Y'all Wasap, Y'all Allah, filling in for Priest and also of 1,000, also of Baja, man. Clap it up for the law, the history class, man. Salakia. Last time I was conducting given the opportunity to conduct a history class was the King James was black. All right. Also, Baja could not be with us today. All right, give that powerful priest and prophet another hand,
That's
man.
right.
Most High in Christ. All right, so as you already know, man, a lot of us in the truth, uh, get called up out the world. I don't need a mic. A lot of us, in the world, get called up out the world, and come into the truth. All right. Big ups to the commanding General Yohana, man.
Right.
All right. Since 1969, all right, this has been the home of the truth. All right. If you're not in the ISUPK, you are not in the truth. Okay. This is where warriors dwell. All right. We hold the utmost authority, right? The utmost dignity on our heritage. Okay. Now, the sister had a question as to when you first, when you first come into the truth, does it mess with your mind, right? That, right? That is a con, right? Some akim, right? Some brothers, some sisters, some are not mentally strong, all right. Some are weak. We are destroyed, right? Hosea 4:6, right? Hosea 4:6 says, "For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Okay, and because we reject knowledge, right, the Most High rejects us. Okay, us meaning blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right. Not only does he reject us, he rejects our offsprings, our children's children. Okay. But once we hear the Most High call us up out the world, right, you have a responsibility now. All right, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it as to why we got destroyed, our captivities, right, and who we are today in the last days. All right, give me the book of Deuteronomy in the Old Testament, chapter 28. Okay, get there with you. Uh, 28 verse 1, both.
Gone. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. Or Aquaf have it?
Akwat means sisters, or sisters have it. Most High Christ.
God, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
Right? Hearken means to listen. All right. You have to do this first before we do any of this. You have to do this, and then be very slow with this one. Understand? Read on.
To observe,
To do what?
observe,
To observe. Read on.
and to do all his commandments.
All his commandments. All right. Now, another reason why we're destroyed is because our spiritual leaders, right, in the so-called Christian church, right, they only give you 10. There are many more laws and commandments. Right? That's proof in the pudding that they don't know the Bible. They don't study the Bible. Read on.
Like if I may,
Con, sir.
what you said, is heavy because the Christian church, they only know the 10. But however, they don't keep the 10.
That put yourself ahead, sir. Damn right. If you play it back, you can see it for yourself. Me personally, right? I digress. But to me, that's just uh, that's another club.
Right.
That's what the Christian church is. How you gonna be virtuous? You got your cleavage out. You walking in there with heels like this long.
It's a whorehouse.
What's up? And our King Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, said they are the synagogues of Satan.
Mm.
All right, read on.
God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I commanded thee this day.
This day. So here it is. This is the Old Testament, the book of Deuteronomy. Moses wrote this book.
Mm-hmm.
Moses was the first general of Israel. Moses was he was brought up in the house of Pharaoh, wasn't he?
God.
He was brought up as an Egyptian. But he knew he was an Israelite.
Right.
And the Lord chose him to bring his people back. He was 80 years old. 80 years old when he went and stood face to face with the Pharaoh, man, and said, "Let my people go." Right? Read on.
That the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
High above all nations. Today, right, we're not called by our biblical names.
Right.
We're called so-called nigger.
Right.
Now that one there, the prophets was called nigger too. Okay? We're called spicks and wetbacks. We're called African American.
Right.
We're called Hispanic. Read on.
God, verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
Most High thy power. All right. So you have the Most High power, Yahweh in the Hebrew. All right. And then you have his son, our King, all right, called Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Right? Don't get those two confused. All right. That will also, according to your question, when you first come into the truth, does it mess with your mind? Yes, because you didn't know these things.
Right.
All right. Because you were taught that our king is a white hippie looking homosexual on a cross. All right. That's Caesar Borgia. Read on.
God, verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
We are a blessed people. So when you submit to the Most High, right, you get blessed. It's like you going to school. You go to school, you get all types of awards and accolades. Right, the Lord is the same way. We read it throughout all the examples from the Old Testament to the New Testament.
Right.
Right, I like to use Job. Job's wife went against him. His friends went against him. The Most High Power granted Satan permission to tempt him, and he didn't budge. He didn't curse the Lord. He stood faithful. He stood grounded. He got blessed. He got blessed with what was it, 7 times? 7 times the livestock he lost. 7 times the finances that he lost. 7 times the wives. 7 times the children. And he got years added to his life.
Right.
Read on.
Come. Verse 4. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Read on, sir.
Verse 5. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Keep reading.
Verse 6. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed thou shalt and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Verse
Anywhere you go and come, you're gonna be blessed. The Lord is with you. All right. All His commandments is all His statutes, all His high holy days, His feast days. Okay. Like if you in here and you're accustomed to believing that a rabbit lays eggs or there's a little leprechaun, all right? What's that? St. Patty's Day, all
gone.
right? Um, Christmas. Ain't no, we all from the gutter. You know, fat cracker coming down no chimney or in no projects with no
Right.
gifts. All right, that is not happening. Yeah, question.
Salaki, we don't even have a chimney
We,
in the hood.
we don't have no
Salakia.
chimneys in the hood. All right, if reindeer don't fly, understand? It is brick at like it is cold in the North Pole. All right, them Eskimos. Go ask the Eskimos. They ain't seen no fat right white guy in no red. All right. So you come in here with that, you're gonna get confused. You don't think that that's normal, but show me that here. Show me any of them days right here that you're accustomed. You got taught and lied to. There is none of that here.
Right.
Okay, all right. Go ask Pastor Pork Chop for all them ties back. All those generations of ties. I go. I've done it. I encourage everyone to go back and ask for your ties back. All right, read on.
Verse 7. The Most High shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy
So
face.
everybody that's out there picking on you, messing with you, right? All them bullies, right? All them fiery arrows. The Lord says what?
The Most High shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
Smitten. All right, you ain't gotta do nothing. You ain't gotta do nothing. Now, if you've been following the law class, right, the God fearing the women scriptures, we brought out Susanna. Susanna was accused of a harsh crime. Right? She cried out to the Lord. She was a God fearing woman, right? And them two enemies, they died. They was put to death. All right, you just gonna have to read that story. You're gonna have to review that class. But
Salakia, if I may say something about this 7th verse, this
concept.
seven verse is heavy because, first of all, who is Moses talking to? He's talking to Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, right?
Right.
And the Most High is telling us, the Most High shall cause thine enemies. So right there is showing you that we're not each other's enemies.
That's
Black,
correct.
Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, we are not each other's enemies. You understand? So it's letting you know the the Moses is telling us that. So who else is going to be our enemies? It's the other nations, the other nationalities who is not of Israel is our enemies.
That is
You
correct.
understand? And that's what the Christians don't understand. You understand? That's what Martin Luther King didn't understand.
That's headshot.
He wanted to march in harmony, you understand, in peace with the other nations when the Most High said, "Thou shalt not seek his peace." You understand? I'm paraphrasing.
Damn right.
And however, this scripture is so powerful because it's letting you know that the Most High is on your side when he kills your enemies.
Damn right.
Because the Most High just said, like Moses just said, the Most High shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten. What does smitten mean? To be destroyed, to be killed. You understand? So you know the Most High is on your side when, guess what? When you turn on the news and you see an earthquake happen in China and thousands of people die. You understand?
Right.
Or if you see an earthquake in Africa and thousands of people die. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people might say, well, guess what? Haiti just suffered that earthquake. You understand what I'm saying? Look what's going on in Puerto Rico. You understand? Well, the Most High is doing that because guess what? We're not following the law, statutes, commandments. So
Damn right.
we partake in the destruction of the Most High when we don't follow His law, statutes, commandments. Just like Slakia, just like how COVID. You understand? COVID was meant to kill our enemies, but the only reason why we're catching COVID is because we're doing the same things that the other nations are doing, celebrating pagan holidays, eating pork, crab, lobster, and shrimp, engaging in homosexuality. So we partake in the Most High's wrath and destruction. Salaki.
No, that was heavy, sir. That was very heavy. If I may, for time's sake, can we drop down to verse 15?
God.
This is what the Ottawa is bringing out, man. Like Puerto Rico got hit with a bad hurricane.
Right.
All right. So did Santo Domingo. All right. These are the lands of captivity.
Right.
All right, for the 10 tribes of Israel, the so-called Northern Kingdom in scriptures. Right, that's where they went. All right, after the Assyrian captivity. All right,
God.
we just read the blessings, right? 28 and 15, bro.
God. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded, Salaki, which I command thee this day, that all these curses
All these
shall,
what?
all these
What
curses.
is a curse? Anybody?
I'll get the definition.
Sis, concept. Give her a hand.
Right.
A sexually transmitted is a curse. That is correct. But I was looking more for the root. All right. The other one's gonna be gonna look gonna look up the definition of curse.
God, Salaki. I don't like the way it's phrased, but it says curse, a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm or punishment on someone or something. Well, that's supernatural, it's the
It's the
most high.
most high.
God.
Yeah, I got you.
God, that's it.
That's what you got. 173, sir. You two are raising.
God.
Damn right. That's most high value. That is correct. All right, our sisters, their blessings, their hair. A lot, the Most High Power struck our sisters with baldness.
God.
All right, their hair was to cover their, their parts. Like 2,000 parts, right? Um, our sisters walk around like a gift. That's the only way I could explain it. All right, modesty. You see some of the, you see the generals' wives. They walk around. They walk around like a gift. All right. Only their head, meaning their husband, can unwrap them. All right. They ain't ratchet like worldly people. Everything is Tawada, Salakia, concert. All right. We are well spoken, well mannered people. We are Kodash. You said it earlier. Kodash means holy. Holy means separate, man. We are a separate people. We are meant to be above the Chinese, above the Arabs, above all the other nations. Right? God, the God of the Bible, right? The power of the Bible, the most high, our high power, right? He's a jealous power, man.
Right.
He doesn't want you serving wood or stone. You understand? You have the definition, sir.
Gun, curse. The expression of a wish that misfortune, evil, before someone, a profane or obscene word, an evil or misfortune that has been invoked upon one, to invoke evil upon, to swear at, to afflict with evil, to swear profanity. Slakia, to swear profanely.
A punishment, a sentence, right? Read on.
And Slakia, if I may, that's what the Most High said that the Most High the Most High, Slakia, the Most High wounds, the Most High heals. You understand?
Right.
Letting you know that, hey, listen, man, the Most High could put you in a predicament that you don't want to. You understand? You get hit, like for an example, simple thing is by get hit by a car. You understand? Some of us got hit by a car. For you child, you went in the street, get hit by a car. You understand? That's a punishment of the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? And the Most High is so deep. But what did that child do? You understand what I'm saying? What are the parents is doing? See what I'm saying? So the Most High could jack. The Most High could jack. So like what I'm trying to say is that the Most High. It's like you could be sinning, right? You could be doing something evil, and the Most High might not necessarily even touch you. You understand? He could touch your children.
Right.
You're gonna feel it.
We learned that with King David.
Right.
Right? Most High killed one of his sons.
Come on.
Right? If you out here and you're being distracted by a man, by worldly people, by by drugs, by slavery, by whatever it is, right? Most High won't take that away from you.
Right.
Most High wants you to focus on Him. All right.
Come on. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
16th verse.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Earlier we read that blessed we should be in the city, right? Now it's cursed shall thou be in the city. Read on.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
In the field, man, meaning your slavery, meaning out there in the field, out there in the world, in the streets. All right. They kill us in our streets now.
Right.
Okay. That's what means by curse.
Who?
All right. They used to be thinking abortion is something.
Right.
The damn devil.
Right.
Used to rip our children from their mom and feed it to alligators.
Right. Slack if I may. This verse is so heavy. You know what I'm saying? The Most High saying, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city." You know what I'm saying? Cities like New York City, right?
Right.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field. The field's like cities like Delaware, Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? Boston.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's letting you know that no matter where Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians go, you understand, you will be an enemy towards the other nations. You understand? And this is like, for an example, for our people, you understand, who may be, rich amongst our people, they have an idea, well, you know what, I'm gonna move out the ghetto and I'm gonna move to Beverly Hills. Well, guess what? In Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, guess what? You driving that Beamer, the LAPD is gonna pull you over and profile you and harass you, probably tase you and kill you in the back. You know what I'm saying? Just like how in the ghetto. So really, no matter where Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian go, you know what I'm saying? You cannot escape the curses of the Most High. Because the Most High just said, cursed thou be in the city, and cursed thou shall be in the field. Wherever you go, you're going to be cursed.
This is how he's going to do it. Give me verse 20.
Verse 20? God. Verse 20, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 20. The Most High shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly.
Perish quickly, man. Swift death. Read on.
Because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Of who?
Because of the wickedness of thy doings.
Don't transgress the law, man. Transgression of the laws is like, for example, look at Barack Obama. He's not one of us.
Right.
He looked like he ain't of another nation. And what did he do? What is he known for doing? Anybody?
Salakia Barack Obama?
God.
Oh, Salakia. Well, when Barack Obama was in office, he didn't do nothing for Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. Right. But what he did was give homosexuality rights.
What does our power say?
The Most High says that if a man laugh with mankind as he laughed with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. I'm paraphrasing.
That's a commandment.
Right.
Now that's a commandment that the Christian church should know. We live here in this is spiritual Egypt, man. This is the last captivity, right?
God.
And the back of the money it says, "In God we trust."
Right.
That is not the God that we serve.
That's right.
All right. That is the white man's God. That is the other nation's God. Our power does not change. Our power is always the same.
Right.
What was written, I'm paraphrasing, for what was written aforetime was written for our learning.
Right.
Okay? You can't love God and love gay people too, just because the oppressor said it. All right? I was educated by the oppressors. Right? They play the word game. Gay means happy. Now, gay does not mean happy.
Right.
Gay means you're a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? I am a homo sapien. That's as much of a homo as you're going to get out of anybody. All right? That's a demon. I think that's very disrespectful, right, to your parents. All right? That is a demon. They must have forgotten what our power did to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
All right? You should read that story. Till this very day, it still exists. It's destroyed. But whatever the Lord sent down, that fire and that brimstone, it can be still lit in fire today in the 21st century. Yes. Give me verse 25, Bubba, for sure.
God, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 25. The Most High shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
Now, because we don't serve our power, right? Because we spit in his face, right? He shows you the other side. Look at the news, man. This is going on. Look at these. That's our brothers tied up on the wall right here. Right. That's our sisters getting raped and mutilated, man.
Right.
Read on.
Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them.
7 ways Read on.
And shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
Oh, the what?
Kingdoms of the earth.
You starting to get it now? Starting to click. The 12 tribes of Israel, but the nation of Israel, the world that the Most High Power gave His only begotten Son was scattered through the four corners of the earth. Give me verse 32, Bob, sure.
God, verse. Slack, if I may, verse 28 is what the sister was talking about.
God.
Verse 28, the Most High shall smite thee with madness and blindness
And blindness.
and astonishment of heart.
And astonishment of the heart. All right, with madness. What is madness? Bug. I'll take that. Bugged out. You 730. Your screws ain't right up here. You have a mental psychiatric demon. All right, and blindness. Right. What type of blindness? Go ahead.
That you're not gonna understand what's going on. I'm not sure.
That's give her
Right.
Damn right. Blindness.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What's the other word?
And astonishment of heart.
What is that? Where is your heart, sis? Damn right.
All right.
That's a studied system, man. All right. That's how when you come into the truth, right? That right there, that's the first thing. What? I almost caught a heart attack when I found this out, man. When I verified, when I seen that the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge was speaking facts, oh man, I've been lied to my whole life.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Hell yeah, I was mad. Yes. I can only speak for myself. I could just imagine what my brethren went through. Salakia.
Right.
All right. Me verse 35.
Verse 35. Salakia. Verse 35. The Most High shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed.
Salakia. Verse 32.
Verse 32. Khan. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Unto who?
Another people.
Another people. Right? Not our people.
Right.
Okay? Another people, another nation. All right. My forefather, Joseph, all right, he was viceroy of Egypt. His brothers was given to, sold them into slavery, sold them to the Arabs. Right. The biblical name of the Arabs is the Ishmaelites. Okay. Sold them to another people. All right. When I said earlier that 12 tribes were scattered to the four corners of the earth. All right. We're all over. There are other people there to the four corners of the earth. We've been through so many captivities. It was who were we captives of? Other people. The Egyptians is not our people. Those are other people. The Arabics, right? The Ishmaelites. Those are not our people. Those are other people. All right. Who runs this side of the world right now? The white man, right? The nation of Edom, the Edomites. Right? Those are other people. Right? They are not our people. Okay. And thine eyes shall look and fell with longing for them all day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand. You know why there's no might in our hand, right? It's because we rejected the Lord.
Right.
We rejected our culture, our heritage. So we over here thinking our sisters walk around with talking about they some queen. They better go look, buy a dictionary and find out what that word means. There's no queens in our culture.
Salak, if I may.
God,
That's heavy. You know, that last precept, what it says, and there shall be no might in thy hand. That might is talking about the strength of the Most High.
right.
Because in the Apocrypha, it tells you that our strength coming from heaven, coming from the Most
Coming
High.
from the most high power. Right? All throughout the scriptures, man. You can drop that. Give me verse 48, Bob, for sure.
God. Verse 48.
Console.
Salakia, verse 37.
30 console.
36. Salakia, 36.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 36. We in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 36. The Most High shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
Other gods, other powers, right? Now what is the wood? I understand that, this is all written in black language, man. All right.
Right.
This is all slang. All right. If you got some type of education, right, then you would know, you would clearly see that you can read this metaphorically, allegorically, and spiritually. What is this really saying right here?
Salakia,
Console.
you got to project your voice.
Oh, most Salakia. Can you hear me now?
Put a one in the chat if you could hear Officer Yawasap Yala clearly. I know, swear. Let's go.
Most High Christ. So what does the wood represent here in this verse? God.
The word represents Christianity.
Christianity, man. All right. They got our king hanging on a tree, man. All right. That tree is that cross.
Right.
They nailed him to the cross. All right. You see any crosses here? That's idol worship, man. Wood. And the stone represents what?
Islam.
Islam. All right. Understand? Also, them idol worship thing, Catholics, man. All right, they worship idols made of stone.
God.
All right, bound down to a Virgin Mary and all type of craziness, man. They did it. They did this when Moses came down
Right.
with the commandments, man. Right? He threw them on the ground. He destroyed them. Because we was already they melted all the gold, right? And built a calf,
Calf.
right? And start worship, bowing down to
A golden calf.
a
God.
golden calf. That's idol worship,
Right.
all right? So even in the desert, we had gold. You can tell we special, man. All right. Hey, more than that?
Verse, we can read verse 37. Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
And a byword. All right. That's what we brought out earlier, when they call us spicks and wetbacks and niggas and monkeys and nigga with a watermelon. That's the Salakia, the ice cream song in the summertime. That's what that says.
Right. Salakia.
God.
Just like how you were saying, you're absolutely correct. You know what I'm saying? A proverb, you know what I'm saying? It's like a short saying, like how they used to tease the Gadites, the so-called native North American Indians. One, little, two, little, three, little Indians. You understand? Nigga, 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 nigga. And then it's the ice cream theme song that you hear from Mr. Softy during the summertime. You understand? Back in the day, that's that little medley was really a racist song.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And also a byword, just like how you were saying, a byword means being called after your oppressor's name. You understand? Johnson, Smith, Thomas. You understand? Torres, Perez. You understand what I'm saying? Also, African American, West Indian, Haitian, Dominican, Puerto Rican. You understand bywords, Slakia.
Yeah.
Nigga speak whipback. Come.
That is so. That is powerful right there, right? We as the Lord's chosen people, right? We were named after our tribes.
Right.
All right, we were named after our forefathers, man. I just said my forefather was Joseph. Okay, it's Ephraim, man. All right, that's Apari. Okay, our blessing. Each tribe had a blessing. Our tribe blessing was to be fruitful and bear many children. All right, and each tribe has a blessing. Each tribe was named after their forefather. When you come into the school, you see them on their banners. 6 on each side. All right. When you drop that, verse 48, well, sure.
Salakia. 40, 41.
41. Oh, yes.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
Shall not enjoy them. All right. If you know anything about slavery, right, this will ring a bell right now. Read on.
For they shall go into captivity.
Captivity. Captivity means being held hostage, being held as slaves. Read on.
We could jump down to verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high.
Very high. We will if we follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, right? The Most High Power will set us above all nations,
Right.
And here it is. What it says when we disobey.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Very high, man. The stranger. You have a question? I was just about to break it down. That's all the other nations.
Right.
Those are strangers.
Right.
We don't smell like them. Look at African. You ever went to an African hair shop and got your hair braided? They smell like straight onions, man. Purple onions.
Salaki, onions smell better than Hamites.
Listen, they armpits. That's a different type of bitter herb, man. What? Nah. We don't smell like Africans.
Right.
And then you got the other oppressor, the other strange person calling us African American.
Right.
You got them damn stinking Hamites telling you straight, you're not African, nigga.
Right.
All right? Those are strange people, the other nations. You're not no stranger to me.
Right.
We the same blood.
Right.
We are the same people. And Langton, we're the same Indian, man.
Gone. That's what you're saying is so powerful, right? The most I said, the stranger, you know what I'm saying? The stranger in this context is talking about the other nations. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Listen, look, 125th, you understand? From the east side to the west side, you don't see no Black, Hispanic, and North American Indian businesses.
Nope.
You understand? You see all other nationality have their businesses set up. So much well now, guess what? You don't even see vendors that, Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian vendors. You understand what I'm saying? All of them is Africans.
Damn right.
You understand? Instead of damn phone cases, flags, and beads, African beads, and all of that. What happened in the day where, you understand, where we had our own businesses? You understand what I'm saying? That's why it says the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They taking over everything. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's right.
We own nothing here. You understand? We own nothing. And thou shalt become very low. Look at 125th Street. You understand? Harlem is the Mecca of blackness.
Right.
You pass the Apollo. Guess what you're gonna see when you pass the Apollo? Nothing but Edomites. You understand what I'm saying? So like if I may, it was one time when me and Akin, right? We was walking a brother officer Hazard to 125th Street train station on the west side. Listen, from damn nearly from Madison up into the west side, nothing but Edomites. So much when we was joking, where we counted each black person that we seen.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Just to show you how much our oppressors is taking over, gentrification and whatnot. Slakia.
That's very heavy, man. Because when you do see our people out there from the east side of Harlem to the west side of Harlem, they're on drugs.
Right, right,
They're fiended out.
right.
The only businesses that they have is panhandling. We have camp. We feed our people.
Right.
We try to fish them in, wake them up out that valley of dry bones, man. Bring them back home. We are a nation of priests. Give me verse 44.
Come on, verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Where's the tail, man? What's your credit score?
Mm.
What's in your wallet?
Right.
Ring a bell? We gotta go for them and nakedness and hunger and in thirst. We bear their last name. We believe whatever these strangers taught us. All because of being selfish, of being wicked, of hating the most high power. We became tail. Give me the next verse, sir.
Salakia, for verse 45.
God.
Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Shall be what?
Destroyed.
Destroyed. But we're destroyed in our captivity, man. For lack of knowledge, for rejecting our true heritage, right? For feeding into temptation, for serving false powers. Read on.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
The voice, right, is with his prophets, man.
Right.
Read on.
To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee.
Which he commanded thee, man. Hey, man, the law, statutes, and commandments are not grievous, man. Don't let the stinking Christian church lie to you. So why can't nobody keep the law? That Pastor Pork Chop would die if he can't have a pork chop when he come home.
Right.
He some God, right? Right here it says, right here it says, do not eat pork, man.
Right.
Okay. Oh. They don't believe in the Old Testament, right? No wonder they can't understand the New Testament, right? Because our King, right? Our King, who they call Jesus Christ, said, right? He cast demons into them damn stinking pigs,
Right.
and they flew off a cliff. This is what will you eat out of a sanitation truck?
Right.
Then don't eat pork. That's what
Right.
that is. Man.
Right.
All right. It tastes good. Okay, yes, we were in captivity. They gave us the bottom of the barrel, the grade D food, and we finessed it. We put some damn sazon con achote. All right. We put some cayenne pepper. We put some collard green. The Lord said, don't eat no nasty abomination. It's no good for you. We know we're the salt of the earth. We know that we're blessed. All right.
Right.
That doesn't mean you eat pork. That doesn't mean you lust after your neighbor's wife. That doesn't mean you whore out your sister. That doesn't mean you can go and smoke and defile the temple. Like the temple is your body. All right. Any more than that?
Not in that verse.
Give me verse 48.
Con. Salaki, go over 47. Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Most High thy power with joyfulness.
With what?
Joyfulness.
Read on.
And with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
All things, right? That means all your blessings, your health, everything.
Right.
Right? Read on.
Salaki, if I may, just imagine how excited you get for those out there who still following Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's Eve. Just imagine how excited you get. You understand the joyfulness. You understand how you feel during these pagan times. You understand? Well, just imagine you serving the Most High with that emotion and that feeling. You understand? That's what the Most High is saying, because we didn't want to serve Him with joyfulness, with gladness of heart, with the abundance of all things. What is the abundance of all things? Going out all the way out for the Most High. You understand? Just like how you go all the way out to deck the tree, to deck the home with the mistletoes and the Christmas trees and putting the presents, and you're excited, you understand, and you're hype, you understand? That's how you're supposed to be serving the Most High. Not by following these pagan days, by following His Lord, statutes, commandments, His feast days. Tomorrow is the Day of Atonement. You understand? Where every Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian that's body able supposed to fast for 24/7. You understand? For the atonement of their sins. You understand? These are the things that we supposed to be looking forward to. These are the things that we supposed to be excited for. Not Easter. You understand? Not Halloween. Not Thanksgiving. Not Christmas. These are all those pagan days. Behind it is the bloodshed of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. You understand? It's the worship of the other gods. Salakia.
That's that spirit, the zeal.
Right.
All right.
Zeal. That's right.
Read on.
Gone. Verse 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies.
Now, who?
Enemies.
Enemies. That's some strange people, sis. Read on.
Which the Most High shall set against thee.
That's the other side of the Lord, man. All right. So I put you as the head, man. I put you here on the pedestal. You did what to me? What? Switch some turbos around, man. Read on.
And hunger.
And what?
Hunger.
And hunger, man. We out there on welfare, man. We out there on welfare, man. What happened to knocking on your neighbor door asking for a cup of sugar?
Right.
And what?
And then thirst.
And then what?
And then thirst.
Man, the king we serve, good.
Salakia. We got to go back to that hunger part. Hey, listen. Ain't nobody in the world that cooks chicken like Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indian women.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And then hunger. So now, guess what? We got to go to the Arabs for chicken. You mean to tell me we got to go to Arabs for chicken? Arabs don't know how to cook chicken like how my grandmother and my mother know how to cook chicken. We got to go to the Chinese store to get some four wings. For 4 wings. You understand? They don't specialize in cooking chicken, but this is what the Most High is talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Well, we will have to go to the other nations for food. You understand? You want fruits and vegetables, you're gonna have to go to the Korean store. Right. You understand? And get shot in the head because guess what? She thinks that damn, what's that sister name? Damn, what's my sister? Latasha Harlins is stealing. You understand what I'm saying? These are the Latasha Harlins.
Well, how old is she?
She was what, like 14, 15? She was young. She was a teenager. You understand what I'm saying?
That's being cursed in that store, in that basket, in that city, in that field.
Right.
Right. She was thirsty. And the strange woman, what nation was she?
She was a Korean.
Korean.
You understand? Shot her in the head. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? And she had the money in her hand. These are the things that we have to go through for being disobedient to the Lord.
The Most High power.
God. Salakia. And then thirst. And then nakedness.
And what?
and their nakedness.
Nakedness, man. You see, you get on the train. Who you see naked up? Homeless who? Homeless what? Jakes. Baxi Spain Native American Indians. Read on.
God, Salakia, if I may.
Con, sir.
And their nakedness, you understand? That's talking about not only do we have to go to the other nations when we're hungry and we're thirsty, you understand, but when we even want clothing on our back, you understand what I'm saying? We traded in our glorious apparel garments for Versace, for Movado, for Polo, for Tommy Hilfiger. You understand what I'm saying? For Louis Vuitton and all that crap. You understand why you got Slocky sister, it's class. Why we got Officer Hobbs collection, you understand? We could get meat trees and all these glorious garments, you understand? And brothers from out of, out of town, you understand?
That's right.
And the nakedness, come on, Slocky.
Big up also 5,000 Hazard, right? So the Hazard collection.
Right.
I big up the ISUPK garment department.
Damn right.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Returning Israel back to their glory.
That's right. Can we pull that, man? Can we pull that? Put it on our beautiful garment.
Come on.
All right, for time's sake. All right.
I'm going to finish off with this. And in want of all things,
Con.
and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck
On thy neck.
until he have destroyed thee.
Yeah, destroyed. All right. We're going to hold that. All right, if you know anything about slavery, man, our people had yokes of iron upon their necks. Okay, we're gonna get to it. All right.
Salakia, if I may.
Con, sir.
And if I may, and this is so heavy. This class that you're going into is heavy because, like it says in verse 46, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever. Who's going through these curses? Not the so-called oppressor, not Slakia, not the so-called white man, the oppressor, not the Africans, not the Arabs, not the Chinese. So how we know we Israelites? Because guess what? When we read the Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, we fit the description of these people who's being cursed.
That's correct.
That's how we know that we're Israelites. You understand? Verse 46 said, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder upon thy seed forever. You understand? Who else was put in was forced on cargo slave ships, you understand, to be sailed across, you understand, the Atlantic Ocean and go to the Americas, the Caribbean islands, you understand, the North, South, Central Americas? It was us.
Right.
You understand? No Jewish man, you understand, can say, oh, they fit this.
The Jewish, right? Look, I speak Spanish. I'm not from Spain.
Right.
All right. Jewish, they ain't us. Anything with an ish is watered down, man.
Right.
It's not us. All right. You have that precept?
Come on, Salaki, let me get there.
We'll go finish back the two verses of Deuteronomy 28.
Salaki, let me just get there.
Then we're going to get into the meat.
God, no, we Salaki. Let's get there right there. God, we in First Maccabees chapter 14, verse 9. The ancient men sat all in the streets, communing together of good things. And the young men put on glorious and warlike apparel.
Glorious and warlike apparel, man. Glorious and warlike apparel, that's our fringes, man.
Right.
That's our borders of blue. That's the studs on our garments.
Right.
That's the war stars. That's the meat trees. That's the gauntlets. You don't hear nothing about a Pee Wee Herman bow tie. All right.
Right.
You hear about no bean pie bow ties no Urkel pants
Right.
with them Urkel shoes. What the hell they called? I don't even know. We don't dress like, huh? Look at that sister here. Knickerbockers. All right, I heard about wallabies. All right, I can't wear sandals, man. All right, ain't nothing wrong with wearing some damn sandals, man. All right, I'd rather a pair of sandals over Timbs any day, or a pair of Knickerbockers any day. All right, penny loafers.
Penny loafers. Salakia.
You know what I'm saying?
Con.
Or every one of them nation of bean pies, they all look like, what's that song? Michael Jackson. Kick the leg up.
Beat it.
That's what they look like with their bean pies and they last call has been the final call for how long? All right, that stone been had his final call.
Right.
The proof was COVID. Wasn't nobody around that damn rock. All right.
Right.
Our God showed them their God is false, man. All right. But nobody throwing nothing at that damn rock. All right. Nobody circling that rock. We dress different. We smell different.
Damn right.
We eat different. We speak different. We're not them.
Right.
They are not us.
It's separated.
Give me verse 49.
For
sure.
For in the curses?
Con.
Salakia. Let me get the back there.
Got about 5 more before I go into the records.
You said 45?
49.
49, Salakia, 49. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far.
A nation of strange people.
Right.
All right, read on.
From the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth, right? Read on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Shall not understand. Read on.
Salakia, if I may. This 49 verses heavy. We got to break this down. It says, the Most High shall bring thee a nation. Who is that nation? The nation of Edom, which is the so-called white man.
I'll go wait till you finish the 50th first.
Oh, Salakia. Salakia.
Most High, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm going to let you on Salakia. I'll read the 50th verse. Go on. Salakia, the Most High shall bring thee a nation against thee from far. That nation is talking about the nation of Edom,
right,
which we call the so-called white man today, our oppressor, from afar.
That's correct.
If you know history, you understand, from after 70 AD, we fled into the west coast of Africa, where it was Negroes who set up empires like Timbuktu, Galiamana, not the original Africans, because they have no flavor. They're not the soil of the earth.
Right.
But however, you understand, they came here from the Americas, Caribbean islands, North, South, Central America to the west coast of Africa to enslave Black, Hispanic, and North American Indians, right? Now, however, when it says from the end from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. You understand? The key word in this precept, eagle.
Right.
You understand? Now, what emblem is the emblem of America?
That would be the eagle.
The eagle. You know what I'm saying? When you go in the court system, what do you see? You see the eagle. On the mailbox, you see the eagle. You understand? You look on the back of a dollar bill, quarter. You understand? What do you see? You see the eagle, and that has always been his symbol of his empire rulership. The eagle, right? What's his name? Alexander the Greek. His emblem was the eagle. It was the eagle, Salakia.
Right.
Even Hitler, Adolf Hitler, his symbol was the eagle.
Right.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Meaning that during this time we spoke Hebrew. We didn't know no other language. We didn't understand the oppressor's English. Whatnot, Salakia. Verse 50. A nation of fierce continents.
A nation of fierce continents, man. There is no other nation, right, fiercer than the the, the goddamn devil, man, the white man.
Right.
That was their blessing.
Con.
If you study the scripture, man, it was two manner of people, man,
Right.
right, and their mother's womb. The first, they was trying to kill each other from the womb, man.
Right.
Right?
Con. Salakia. That's heavy. Salakia.
From the womb, man.
Right.
He was fighting for our blessing.
Right.
He came out first, so traditionally, the blessing goes to him, but it was never his.
Right.
In the back of my mind, I say, Jacob rocked that nigga. That's how he got out there first. That's in the back of my mind. Lucky. All right. Maybe I'm off. So he grabbed him by the heel.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, get back in here. I ain't done with you yet. That's I don't know. I'll have to ask for the breakdown, go to counsel on it. However, he came out red. He was white, red all over, like a hairy garment, right? And his blessing was to be a hunter, man. The sword was his blessing, man. A fierce continence, man. They bashed our babies against the ground, man, against the rocks. All right. They're cunning, swift hunters, man. Like the eagle. The eagle is a predator bird, man. All right. Of fierce continence, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Right.
All right. They killed us by the millions.
Right. Right.
By the millions. All right. Give me verse.
It's lucky if I may. You know
Guns.
what I'm saying? Because our people got to get a clear understanding when the Most High said a nation of fierce continents. You understand? Just like how you just explained it. We're talking about murderers, rapers, robbers, thieves. You understand? We're talking about the people that would split families apart. You understand? We're talking about a nation that will bomb cities, all because of the hatred of Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians. We're talking about a people that will put their foot on a man's neck until he dies.
Right.
We're talking about a people that shoot teenage boys and girls down in the streets. You know what I'm saying? This is a nation of fierce conscience where, listen, man, they don't give a damn whether it's your grandmother, whether it's your mother, whether it's your brother, your sister. You understand what I'm saying? They don't give a damn who you are. Why? Because they hate Black, Hispanic, and Native North American Indians, the oppressor. Salakia.
Yeah, damn right, man. We had Black Wall Street. They bombed Black Wall Street. All right. They put drugs into our communities.
Right.
All right. Same old show.
Come.
Just a different day.
Right.
Just a different time. They did this to us in our past lives. They did this to our forefathers. All right.
Salakia. Every captivity.
Every captivity.
Come.
Read verse 64.
Come. Verse 64. Salakia. You want on 54? Verse 54?
You give me 54.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
So that's where we learn how to hate each other. That is a learned trait, man.
Right.
We learned it from the goddamn oppressors.
God.
Every single captivity. Read on.
His eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
Towards the wife, man. The wife is supposed to be a representation of her Lord, man. Her Lord would be her head, would be her man. All right.
And toward Slakia.
The man was out there slaving all day. Right? getting beat down by the oppressors. All right. Come home, his wife should be his peace sick,
Right.
right? The one who fattened his bones, right? His pillar of rest outside of the most high power, outside of the scriptures, outside of the school. All right. And the scripture says, and toward the wife, and toward the wife of his bosom, right, had an evil eye towards her. Right. Read on.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Shall leave, shall abandon them.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, many of us had came up in single parent homes.
Right.
Most of us come through the door. We don't know our fathers, right? It's all a curse, right? Read on.
Verse, I jump down to verse 54, 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
Out there putting them on child support, aborting in the kid, all right, setting them up, sleeping with his neighbor, you know. Read on.
And toward her son.
And towards her son. Look, you know, kids over 9 times out of 10 resemble their father. So now she got to with her husband, right, with his father, and because the child resembles the father, he's the victim. He gonna get all that heat, right? Cause she wicked. You see how women carry ourselves, that's like themselves, right? They're tender and delicate women, all right. Tender, they feet didn't even touch the ground.
Right.
We're so damn destroyed. We going to the Chinese for pedicure and manicure. All right, read on.
And toward her daughter.
And toward who?
Her daughter.
Our daughter, man. You know, children are a gift of the Most High, man. Children are an inheritance of the Lord, man. All right, you should raise, raise them up, right? Train up a child
Right.
in the way that they should go. Okay, most of our kids out here today, they hate tradition.
Right.
They over here, they all for the LGBTQYZ community. They,
It's, you see, you just hit it on the head because right here, the scripture says, Salakia, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom and toward her son. You understand? Well, when you say LGBTQ, right? You know how like little children they get into things. You understand what I'm saying? If a sister has a son, he might go into the mother closet. You know what I'm saying? Put on heels.
right.
Mother's supposed to dead that crap right then and there. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying? No, oh, he's cute. I like him. You know what I'm saying? When you allow your son to do these things, you're really being evil towards him.
Right.
It's not nothing fun and cute about that. You got to stop that 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 evil,
demon.
that demon right then and there,
Right.
or else he's going to think that it's okay. You understand? And that goes to show you, listen, man, we need a man in our house. But anytime a father see his son moving into a feminine direction, which is a demon, you understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna allow your son to play double dutch and rope. You understand with the females? Take him out. You know what I'm saying? Show him how to box. Show him how to play basketball, football. You understand?
Pool.
Pull. You understand? Get him into that masculine way.
Lacrosse. What's that? Did I say it right? Lacrosse.
I don't know what the hell that is.
That's
Salakia.
it's the. I said it right.
Yeah.
That is the sport of the Native American Indians. That is their form of soccer.
Come on.
All right, I love me that sport. Again, right there.
Salakia, you said
It's
lacrosse?
called lacrosse now.
Lacrosse?
I don't know what the guy that called it back then.
Gone.
Uh, however, who do you see playing that right now? The oppressor. You know? Women are supposed to dead all of that. We're supposed to guard our heritage, right? Marry within ourselves,
Right.
All right, keep our bloodline pure. Don't marry outside of your race. Don't marry strangers. All right. One of my favorite. I have children. I like to embed in them stranger danger. All right, stranger danger.
Right.
Scream high. Some of our children are so bold. Like, mommy, there's mad white people. They're mad loud with it too.
Mm.
That's stranger danger. I applaud that, man. Applaud that, man. Evil towards your husband, that means you kick him out. All right. There's no safety in the house now.
Right.
All right.
Right.
You're on your own.
Right.
You like running your mouth with the masculine spirit, your mouth is gonna write a check your ass can't cash. You done killed your husband.
Right.
You done kicked him out the house. You done turned the kids on him. All right. You went to serve the white man. You reap what you sow. Understood?
Con.
You reap what you sow. And you being a woman should break that generational curse by learning to be God fearing, by learning to be submissive, by learning what it is to be a wife,
Right.
an Israelite woman. All right. Read on.
Con. Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
From between what?
Her feet.
Her feet, man. All right. Big up all them natural births, all right? And nowadays, the goddamn oppressor, he's so bloodthirsty, he want a C-section every bit, everything.
Mm.
He want a C-section everybody.
Right.
That's how bloodthirsty he is, man. Read on.
And toward her children which she shall bear.
Mm-mm.
For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege of straightness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
In thy gates, man. Or eat her children, man. During the crack epidemic, man, there was a lot of us being sold poison.
Salaki, I could never ever forget this. I remember in elementary school, man. No, when I was in elementary school in the early 80s, where it was this news article about this sister. She was so high on drugs that she cooked her baby,
Mm.
that she put her baby in the oven thinking it was a damn turkey.
It's like, so what year was this?
Like I said, this was in the early 80s.
Early 80s?
Somewhere in the early 80s. Maybe we can find an article later on,
Most
but I
high.
specifically remember that I could never, to this day, I could never get out of my head. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, and stuff like this happened, you know, often. What, you know what I'm saying? Even up until today, where you get so high, where a mother gets so high, you know what I'm saying? Where she cooks her baby. I can never forget that. Con,
They had
Salakia.
they called it space base. They put the abominant fluid and mixed it with the crack. And there was people flying off the building thinking they can fly. All right. I think I was in the fifth grade. I was like 90 something. All right. I don't want to sound old up here. It's lucky. All right. But yeah, there was people. There was no fentanyl back then. All right. The oppressor is the goddamn devil.
Yeah, I'm right.
There is no other vile serpent but him. All right.
Oh, Salakia.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm just going to read the title, Salakia. Okay, this was, oh, Salakia. I'm looking at an Edomite baby right here, but I mean, this also, well, this also goes for Black Hispanic and Native North American Indians also, because you understand, we equally on drugs, just like the other oppressors, but it said drunk and on drugs. A mother mistakes her baby for a Thanksgiving turkey.
Right.
This was located in Delaware. Gone.
It's you know, during captivity, during slavery, the oppressor used to sell our young women for a bottle of wine.
Right,
Where do you think we learned this type of behavior? This ain't us.
right,
You know, we're commanded to love thy neighbor, man.
gone.
To treat each other as one would like to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Not to be wicked.
Right,
Here you get checked for even talking reckless.
gone.
All right, there's decorum in here. There's none of that in the Christian church. What he said, the pastor in Brooklyn, he said, "Oh, you want to preach? You want to preach?" He'll grabbed her by her neck and her head, pulled her out the damn congregation. All right, after getting robbed.
Mm.
All right, like, uh, read on, sir.
Salakia, did we finish 57? Yeah, we did. Salakia.
Well, it was 64. 64.
Verse 64. Okay, Salakia. Verse 64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people.
About who?
All people.
All people, meaning all strangers. Read on.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
That's when I said earlier, through the four corners of the earth.
Right.
All right, read on.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Other gods. Right, read on.
Neither, Slakia, which neither thou nor thy fathers have seen, even wood and stone.
We haven't, our fathers didn't know these damn Christianity.
Right.
Kabbalah crap and this. Look, man, I'm still waiting for the Muslims to show me where Abraham and his sons built the Kaaba.
Mm.
I'm still waiting. Ain't no bean pie nation of Islam. What they wear? What? Knickerbockers. All right, with their little final call. All right. It's been the final call since Captain Zariak. Big up to Captain 13,000.
That's right.
It's been the final call since he wiped Harlem with them. They can't stand. They look. We out camp. They look. They keep it moving.
Right.
They don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke. When the truth is told, a lie can't live, and the truth will defend itself at all times, man. You can drop that. Give me verse 68.
Come on, verse 68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
Ships.
With ships, man. Yes, there were ships. They had boats. Yes, they had boats. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Unto who?
Unto thee.
Not no other people. It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Salakia, if I may.
God.
That scripture, right? When it says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt. Egypt is Mizraim, which means bondage.
Bondage.
Egypt means bondage, captivity, slavery. And it says, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again. What does again mean? A second time.
Meaning we was already there. All right. Earlier I brought out that Moses was 80 years old when he went to the Pharaoh.
Right.
Mind you, he grew up in the house.
Right.
Before he even got into the house, the Pharaoh was killing every male.
Right.
All right, every male of the Israelites. They hated us. And every nation that had us in captivity hated us with a perpetual hatred, man.
Right. And if I may, like you just said. You understand? And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again, which means that we will go into captivity again, because now we're reading in the book of Deuteronomy. We exited out of Egypt. You understand? In the book of Exodus. No, we're in the
Right.
book of Deuteronomies. So we are out of captivity now. So Moses is telling us that we're going to go into Egypt again with ships. Now, how did we get out of Egypt? We walked out of Egypt. You
Right.
understand? With ships, it's talking about those cargo slave ships
Cargo station.
that they forced us on. You understand? Those ships, those boats. Salakia. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy. Salakia, and no man shall buy you.
All right. So just like how you go to the store and you buy something,
Right,
right? Our forefathers, our our people, our ancestors, right? They were bought the same way. Same way you buy something online, same way you pay for anything.
right,
They were bought, they were branded. Some were slaves, sex slaves, right? Some worked the house, some worked the field,
right,
some were uh, some were on sex farms where they just kept breeding, like how you breed a horse.
right,
Our warriors were bent over and destroyed by the white man.
right,
Okay, buck breaking.
right,
All right. Now they still do it. They did it a lot to our Native American brothers, man, with them Catholic schools, man. Cut off their long, beautiful hair. Right? Ain't not the Catholic Church is not is that is child pornography. That is child pedophiles, man.
right.
All right, and they're bold with it. Got statues of out of here, man. We're gonna burn all their kingdoms down, all their places of worship down, man.
That's right,
All right, they're gonna go back into captivity.
right.
Give me Joel 3 and 6, Bob Kishore.
Con,
All right, only our people went through the transatlantic slave trade. All right, that is history. All right, this is the history class, right?
right.
That is history. Okay, that lines up perfectly with the scriptures. All right, our records from big up to Commander John Yohana again.
That's
man.
right.
All right, he brought out the records of Egypt, man. They had the invoice, man. All right, that white man can't hide no more. The gig is up.
Right,
You are not the Jew.
right,
You are a goddamn serpent. Right? They stole our identity. Okay. This ain't for them. This ain't for them, man. They're gonna use our records and say, oh, just forget about the past. The Lord's done away with it. Let me get Joel 3 and 6.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecians.
Unto who?
The Grecians.
You doing?
That he might remove them far from their border.
Far from what?
Their border.
Their border, man. Any more than that?
La.
No sweat. Drop that. Give me Second Kings. Second Kings chapter 15, verse 29, Bubba. Sure.
God.
All right, so this is the study guide 101, man. This is called From Babylon to Timbuktu. All right, I recommend that all you Aquathium out there, right? All you sisters buy this book on Amazon, all right, or Barnes and Nobles, or going to your local library. The libraries are open. All right, I doubt they might have this book because the devil is a liar, man. They will hide the truth from you. They put it in books because they say niggas don't read. You understand me? This book is called From Babylon to Timbuktu, and it's by Rudolph R. Windsor. All right, now he's not in the truth, but he is a brother, and there's a lot of meat in here, man. And if you go to page 84, right, I have it already here in my notes. Right, it's highlighted, it's marked. Okay, page 84, in the second paragraph, it says in the year 65 BC. Oh, Sly, you want to read it? Sly, that shit pass.
God, this is from Babylon to Timbuktu by Rudolph R. Windsor. And this is page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem in 70 AD.
In 70 AD, man. All right, they sacked Jerusalem. Read on.
General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter during the period of the military governors of Palestine. During the period of the military governors of Palestine.
Hey, you see how there's always a war in Palestine, right? Now you know the truth of whose land that is. That is our land.
Right.
That is not them stinking Muslims, Arab land. That is not them stinking Jewish Edomite land. That is our land. Read on.
Many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people during the period from Pompey to Julius. It has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave market were full of black Jewish slaves.
Black what?
Jewish
I
slaves.
understand they play the word game.
Right.
All right. We're not Jewish.
Right.
We are Israelites.
Con.
We are Yasharallah, man. Sons of the power, man. Princes of the power, man. All right. The sons of God, man. Read on.
And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
Serve other gods. Man. We just read this out of the scriptures.
Right.
We just read this out of a known scholar in the world. Right. Read on.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Any more on that?
God, that scripture was Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 64. This prophecy and all the residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy 28, chapter 15 through 68, befell the black Jews.
The black what?
Jews.
No, the white Jews.
Black Jews.
No, the Edomite Jewish Jews.
Black Jews.
Black Jews, man. You're the real Jew.
Right.
Black man, Hispanic man, Native woman, Indian child.
After they disobeyed the laws of God.
They did what?
After they disobeyed the laws of God.
After they transgressed, they went worldly. So we got punished, man.
Right.
Read on.
Many nations transported the Jews into slavery.
Into what?
Slavery.
Hey, but we just read that the Lord will send you into Egypt again with ships.
Right.
This is spiritual Egypt. Right now.
Right.
This is the last captivity.
Right.
Read on.
And the sons of Israel transmigrated to every continent.
To every continent. How many continents are there? Anybody?
7.
7. Read on.
That's the end of the highlight. You want me to go on? It's the end
The
of
high
the.
point.
Huh?
Another high point.
Read on.
You drop it.
Go on.
Give me Second Kings chapter 15.
2 Kings chapter 15, verse 29. In the days of Pekah, king of Israel, came Salakia, Tiglath Salakia,
Tiglath-Pileser,
Tiglath-Pileser, king of Assyria.
king of Assyria. So, Salakia. So, here it is. When it says we went into Africa, right? That was West Africa,
Right.
right? We went into West Africa to blend in with them stinking Hamites, okay? And them stinking Hamites, they sold us to the Europeans. They sold us to the Europeans, right? And that was the first. That was the first kept. Them stinking Edomites, right? Sold us all over to plantations. They branded us. They beat us, right? They raped us. They did every abominable thing you can think of.
Right.
All right, read on. This is another captivity, right? This is 740 BC that we're reading about in the second book of Kings.
Come.
All right.
And took Ijon the Abel Beth Machas, and Jonah, and Kedash, and Hazar, and Gilead, and Galilee, all land of Naphtali,
All the land of Naphtali. Go ahead, read on.
and carried them captive to Assyria.
To Assyria. All right. Um, here goes another Ephraimite, man. Give me verse 30.
Come, verse 30. And Hoshea, the son of Eli, made a conspiracy against Pekah, the son of Remaliah, and smote him and slew him and reigned in his stead in the 20th year of Jotham, the son of Uzziah.
The son of Uzziah. All right, these and his works, right, for time's sake, they're all written in the book of Chronicles, all right, of the kings of Israel. All right, so you got First Chronicles, Second Chronicles, First Kings, Second Kings. Right? So this is a known record. All right. Give me 17 and 6, Baba Kishore.
God.
We're gonna just highlight this for you. Put this in your notes, in your precept books. Y'all already know when we up here teaching, man. You get your precept books out, you get your apocryphals out, get your Bible dictionaries, y'all get your Bibles out. Y'all already know. All right. Second Kings 17, verse 6.
2 Kings chapter 17, verse 6. In the 9th year of Hoshea, the king of Assyria took Samaria and carried Israel away into Assyria and placed them in Halah and in Habal by the river of Gozan and in the cities of the
In the
Medes.
city of the Medes, man. All right. I'm not sure if it's BC, AC. I think BC, I think it's before Christ, right? Before Salaki. Give me First Chronicles chapter 5, verse 26.
Con.
Salaki.
First Chronicles chapter 5 and verse 26. And the Most High and the Most High power of Israel stirred up the spirit of Paul, king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tiglath
Phoenicia.
Phileser, king of Assyria, and and he carried them away, even the Reubenites,
Even who?
the Reubenites,
Read on.
and the Gadites,
And the what?
Gadites,
Go ahead.
and the half tribe of Manasseh,
Read on.
and brought them unto Halah,
Read on.
and Harbor,
Read on.
and Hara,
Read on.
into the river Gozan unto this day,
Unto what?
unto the river Gozan unto this day.
Until this very day, we are still scattered through the four corners of the earth.
Right.
Okay, until this very day. All right. I wanted to give y'all some more.
We
I
could
will-
do a
I will
part.
do a part 2 next Monday, Lord allow.
Salaki. You can always do the part 2, take over on Wednesday's class, lowest class.
Oh, Most High in Christ, man. And that it is. All right. And that it is. And with that, I pass the class over to Peace and Osha Sha'ar.
Clap it up for the class.